7:51. Welcome back. 751-1041 is the phone number. That's right. This weekend, Saturday, anti-graffiti event being sponsored by a woman who's done a lot to help contribute to the probable graffiti in the community. That would be Regina Romero. By the way, she held a press conference. Would you like to hear audio of the press conference?
Councilmember Romero.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I understand. Now, Mr. Attorney, Mr. Manager, I'd like to see if my proposal to administration, to mayor and council is feasible. Having ran for office and been a candidate before, and having no
I got a lot out of that. It's very articulate. The event that she hopes will give residents the tools to do small-scale graffiti abatement in their communities, which is very interesting because, you see, you go back, hop back into the Wayback Machine to August 27th of 2009, guest commentary in the Tucson Weekly. The city of Tucson assists residents in the effort of graffiti abatement by offering classes in graffiti abatement. Another part of the municipal government, a how-to-do graffiti class was both facilitated and subsidized. You may recall the mural painted on the side of the Tucson Water Building downtown. It was the product of a class taught by graffiti artist Rocky Martinez. Rocky Martinez actually called the show back in the day. Mr. Martinez teaches graffiti art, a program for the city of Tucson called Arts in Reality. Now, this was also one of the first webisodes I ever did for the show. I drove to downtown Tucson and I went to check out with Logan at the time in 2009 the wall, the Tucson Water Building wall that had been graffitied. Oh, it was beautiful. It was so artistic, just so pleasing to the eye, and totally was not approved by the members of the community. By the way, the program was funded in part by $8,000 at the time from City Councilwoman Regina Romero's discretionary youth fund. Now, again, put this into perspective. This is just one circumstance, but $8,000 going in discretionary funds in 2009 to this Arts and Reality program that teaches kids better aerosol can spray usage. You know, you talk about how long we've been dealing with our roads and the roads deteriorating locally. Well, who's responsible for that? It's the city council. Why? Because here's a good example. Back in 2009, when money could have been going to upkeep the roads, they were blowing discretionary funds, $8,000 to teach kids how to do better graffiti art. Here's a money-saving idea. The city of Tucson to decide whether it wants to discourage graffiti or promote it. Then it could discontinue either the abatement efforts or the how-to classes. Does that make sense, or am I missing something? Now, everybody got together and talked with everybody else and decided to repaint the wall with a more pleasing imagery. Actually, they just whitewashed the whole thing. Everybody spoke of the community coming together and about what a great learning experience it was for all the kids. However, all of this was wishful thinking, pointedly avoided the problem. The kids were still being taught how to deface buildings. I know they were told it must not be done illegally, and a bunch of other the cover your keister garbage, but the promoters of that line are only fooling themselves. And they were. God, the ridiculous notion at the time, they were talking about how the group wanted donated empty boxcars and segments of walls that the kids could go and paint their graffiti on. Now, I haven't been to La Encantada in a while. I know they have the art row up there on Ina Sunrise. But the last time I checked, I didn't walk into one of those art galleries to see a chunk of concrete wall hanging there with graffiti on it up for sale. Now you flash forward to 2013 and, oh, look, Regina Romero is having an anti-graffiti event to help you fight back. Yeah, to fight back against the problem that you created. it wouldn't be so sad if it, wasn't so true. It would have been a lot better if I had that all ready to go.
Is feasible. Having ran for office and been a candidate before, and having no
But I mean, all of this, it has been a never-ending parade of stupid for years. All of it points to one thing. Failed Democratic leadership. We're at a disadvantage when you have a makeup 2-to-1 of idiots over smarter people, and the idiots keep voting other idiots in to make stupid decisions on their behalf. This is what you get. You get Oro Valley prospering. You get Marana prospering. In the meantime, Tucson continues to have crumbling roads, which we're not going to fix, graffiti out of control, apartment complexes, 476 phone calls, 911 calls to police. One apartment complex, Retro City Apartments. One. And back in 2009, you had Regina Romero giving $8,000 to help kids better aerosol, giving them better graffiti skills. Now in 2013, we're going to have a program to help you fight it. This is how you end up with circumstances where you have somebody like Steve Kozachik who now realizes the only way that he could win re-election is to go ahead and stab the people in the back who got him elected in the first place. In the meantime, he's wasting everybody's time as well, going to UHS talking about gun buybacks and trying to vilify the Arizona State Legislature when he should be concentrating on his own ward. And Paul Cunningham as well. Something